We'd like to begin this episode with a disclaimer that the views presented in this particular episode are not prescriptive in nature. We endeavor to provide an unbiased commentary from the book The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. For those of us who believe in Jesus Christ like we do, we'd like to remind you that it is your duty to obey God's commands. It is your duty to pick from this episode the things that align biblically. And those that do not, we encourage you to just be aware of how the world is as presented by Robert Greene. Yes. Here is the book.
Law number 21.
Yes.
I'm standing in for Tracy Nyambura. One, Tracy. Unasikia sauti ya mwanaume they used to mean another show.
Yes. Yeah. Steve Man-made.
All right, so the law number 21 is play a sucker to catch a sucker. Let me repeat once again. Play a sucker to catch a sucker. So that is seem dumber than your mark.
Mm-hmm.
Judgment hapo ni no one likes feeling stupider than the next person.
Mm-hmm.
The trick then is to make your victims feel smart. And not just smart, but smarter than you are.
Mm-hmm.
Once convinced of this, they will never suspect that you may have ulterior motives.
Yes, and we say this and we give huge disclaimers because of the way Robert Greene puts these laws. And sometimes he puts them to seem like we want people to have ulterior motives and not get noticed. So the reason why we do these laws is to make you aware. You may not be the one using. We are not prescribing you to use them, but they may be used on you, and they usually are used on you every day. So we just want you to be aware. People say that knowledge is power. When you're aware of the schemes or the patterns of the world, like Romans tells us, do not be conformed to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. You best be aware of how the world works, of how the world behaves, of how the next, your boss, your president, your leader, your MD, how they may behave, because these tactics may be used on you. And this is what he says in the judgment. No one likes feeling stupider than the next person.
Mm-hmm.
We all like feeling wise. We all like being acknowledged as wise.
Yeah.
We don't like Mr. Know-it-all. Ndio ule wanaitangwa kemenyi. People don't like someone who behaves as though they know it all.
Uh-huh.
And especially, people don't like when you make them feel foolish. There's a way you can present your knowledge that makes somebody else feels foolish. There's a way you can present knowledge that is educative.
Mbona ina sound ni kama also it's a problem on the other person.
It could be.
Because why are you intimidated by someone?
Why are you intimidated by someone's knowledge? Yes. But you may expressly show your knowledge in a way. I learned from Eva Pompaures that it is not what you say, but how you say it.
Mm-hmm.
There's somebody who was saying that there is a way you can ask a question that would come out as a threat. It can come out as a plea. It can also come out as you just giving some general information. So it is not what you say, it is how you say it. So there are people don't like being belittled when it comes to the realm of knowledge. And that is why unaona mtu akiitwa mjinga. It is an insult that hits to the core.
Okay.
It is not a simple, it's not a small insult. You fool. The Bible has used thou fool mara mingi sana. And it is one of the lowest thing you can call someone, because you imply that they are stupid. And people don't like to be...
Is it to me a prefrontal cortex?
Yes. Prefrontal cortex.
Yeah, that's where the thinking happens.
That's where the thinking. So he says, no one likes feeling stupider than the next person. The trick then is to make your victims feel smart, and not just smart, but smarter than you are. I like to say this, Steve. No one remembers how eloquent you are. No one remembers how well articulated you are in your arguments. No one remembers those things. If there is one thing that sticks on people, and if there is one thing that sticks in people's minds and their hearts, is how you made them feel. You could be right in your explanations. You could be right in whatever you are saying. No one remembers how right you are. People only remember one thing. How did Steve make me feel? So now I learned somewhere, even when you're going to pitch, you're going to make a pitch to someone, always ask yourself this question. Where in my pitch will I attach feeling? Where the feeling aspect has to come if someone is to listen to you. I have seen this enough times. When we go for meetings, when you're trying to win over someone, even when you're trying to katia someone, what do you maximize on? Do you go to tell them, to show them that you're Einstein? You think the lady cares about your brain?
What's there seems to be a fine line between this and psychophancy.
Yes.
Psychophancy. What's the difference?
Psychophancy is when you are now praising someone who may even be dumb. You're not giving credit where it's due. You know, a sycophant, if I am your sycophant, I will always say things that are positive towards you, even if you're foolish. I'd never tell you anything negative. I'd always praise you, even though I do not agree, because I just want to be in your good books. But there is making people feel. I'm not saying that you be deceitful. I'm asking you, when you are presenting your case, where is the feeling aspect?
Okay.
Where will you appeal? And I will give you an example for someone I know. And they pitch. And they have pitched in my presence. And in the middle of the pitch, there is always tears. But it's moving. It's something that moves you.
What are they pitching about?
And I know it's tricky. It's tricky. It's
What's
my
the
boss.
reveal?
It's my boss.
Oh, I see.
when he's making a presentation about the organization and how it started and all those things, you will feel him. You are like there listening to him and you're like, oh yes, it started like this. And guys buy into it a lot. You are being truthful in what you're saying. Because guys are checking out to see if you believe in your own pitch. You believe in what you're saying.
Yeah.
Isn't it? People are looking out to see if you believe in what you're pitching. People are looking to see your heart in it and how much you have put your heart into something. And that is where the feeling aspect is. So it's not psychophancy.
Okay.
You just don't go. You can have a very plain, very nice, and I'm telling you, Steve, nice speeches get thrown into the dustbin. They get thrown into the dustbin. What do our politicians do?
Yeah, because that's where we see this law apply a lot.
Yes.
Unaanga mtu saa zingine they have started to behave as though they are under someone, but when you look at this someone is very intelligent.
Yes.
But it seems as though they're submitting to someone else's authority.
You wonder why would this mind...
Why would this person with this mind be
under this guy? So it is, he says, the trick is to make the victims feel smart. And you don't have to pretend. When you're an active listener, like I always tell you, you are a very good listener. When you're an active listener to people, do you know how people enjoy pulling conversations? People like me who like to talk a lot.
Yeah.
Do you know how we enjoy pulling conversations with listeners? Do you know who the people we like the most? The people who listen. I have a lot to say. And when I'm saying and you're actively listening, I might say some dumb things.
Yeah.
But there are some 1, 2, 3 things that I would say that make sense. Isn't it? I might be dumb. But there are some 1 or 2 things that I will say to you that makes a lot of sense. When you listen to those things and they genuinely make sense and you genuinely acknowledge that this makes sense, That's what that's how to use the law positively.
Play a sucker to catch a sucker.
And,
Seem dumber than your mark.
Yes, once convinced of this, they will never suspect that you may have ulterior motives. Now, this is the sinister part. This is the dark side of it. You're coming with ulterior motives, but now for you not to be for them not to realize that you have ulterior motives, now you seem dumber. But this is a law that you can use positively.
Okay, I understand it, but I don't understand. And I now understand the law.
Yes.
What I don't understand is how you can use this positively. It seems very...
Let me give you... There is a story. There is always a story
okay.
from the book. There is always a story.
Let's reference the story then.
So it's called the Fool's Gambit. There is an emperor. Let's call this guy Fuga and Emperor Maximilian. So during the Renaissance, now this is history.
Yeah.
The Fugger family of Augsburg, Germany, were the Rothschild of their day, incredibly powerful bankers and merchants. A younger member of the family who shared the Fugger's name was ambitious and sought to expand the family's influence. He set his sight on a particular mine that was owned by the powerful and cunning Habsburg ruler, Emperor Maximilian I. The emperor, however, was notoriously difficult to deal with and was known for his own financial shrewdness. He would never simply sell a valuable asset to an obvious rival.
Yeah.
Seeing no conventional path to success, the younger Fugger devised a clever ruse. He approached the emperor not as a sharp, ambitious businessman, but as a humble and somewhat simple admirer. The virtues that we tell people. You can approach this arrogant person, but in humility. Because to them, in the arrogance, humility seems dumb. A humble person seems very dumb. That's why he is humble. Because my ego is all over. I want it stroked. But you can wear that virtue of humility genuinely, and he will look at you and say, this guy is below me because of his ego. So it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with the other person. So he continues and says, he made the emperor an offer. He would buy the mining rights for a seemingly exorbitant and foolish price.
Yeah.
On the surface, the deal was so bad for Fugger that it made him look like a sucker. It was so bad a deal. Yeah. How would you buy this mine at such a price? A naive merchant with more money than sense, who was overpaying out of the misguided desire to please the emperor.
So the emperor misread the motives.
The emperor is the one who is now is the sucker. The emperor is the sucker. So you are just playing that sucker.
Okay, you're playing the person.
You're playing the person. It's chess. You're the one who taught me the Queen's Gambit. Are you not the one who taught me the Queen's Gambit? Move kwa chess. See, it's a game. You play the man.
We need to go back to playing.
We need to go back to chess. Chess is amazing.
Yeah.
So, ati
Oh, someone is commenting on the art, yeah?
Oh, okay. Anasema nini?
Your art hapo nyuma. Yeah, we have like a very, very interesting art pieces up.
Okay. Oh, okay. So, Emperor... So, the final thing about the story, Emperor Maximilian, believing he had outsmarted the young man, in his ego, in his wickedness, in his foolishness, he believed he had outsmarted him. And gotten a better end of the bargain, gladly accepted the offer. He congratulated himself on taking advantage of the foolish Fugger. Now, the application down there. This is where the law comes to play. Fugger was only seeming dumber than his mark. He wasn't a sucker. He was playing the sucker. So, the story continues, and the story says that minefield had very special or very precious minerals that was going to pay Fugger his money back and more to come. But the emperor thought that he was So we are in a world where people play each other. Steve, human beings are playing games. I talk about power a lot, and I talk about the things I've seen.
Yeah.
Boardroom politics is a game. Steve, don't take it serious. I have gotten to a point I don't take boardroom politics seriously. I don't take the country's politics seriously. By seriously, I don't mean I don't take it is not a serious thing. But I'm saying the rules are the rules of a game. The way you are playing chess and you see my move, you see my rationale, you play according to how I play, isn't it? If I am foolish in my play, you adjust your game according to how I am playing. Isn't that chess? Life is as such. People don't like to hear that. People like to
What I'm seeing in this story is the Fuga had his eyes on something. I don't know whether he had information inside. So the story doesn't tell us that, whether he had any information that the emperor didn't have.
Yes.
And what he did is use the fact that the emperor didn't know the actual value of what he had against him.
Yes.
So that he could possess this property.
Yes.
So outbidding over the market value, perhaps.
Yes.
Because that's what is being implied here.
Yes.
Over the market value. And then now what happens is when it's sold, this place, this property had the potential to pay back. So I think he acted on information. It's not written, but I feel like he acted on information.
It's actually there.
Yeah, it is. Huh?
Let's go to the outcome.
Okay.
The mine Fuga acquired turned out to be incredibly rich, generating profits that dwarfed the initial foolish price he had paid. The emperor, who had thought himself the clever one, I've told you, we are in a game. Charles Darwin's survival for the fittest still applies right now. We are just behaving like those animals with suits and nice clothes and shoes and a bit of demeanor. But the game of the jungle is still the game being played. Read the Bible in the Old Testament, you will see the game. You will see that game. That game has not changed. Psychology of human beings has not changed. It is the same game. The same game that was played in ancient times.
I don't like this book.
It is the same game.
Yeah.
It's the same game. And you just be aware that is how the world is. And adjust accordingly. Or be ignorant and be preyed upon. You're either at the table or you are the menu.
Okay, so
you are either at the table or you are the menu.
So what we are being told is understand the law.
Yes. Understand
this is human behavior.
Yes.
People are coming after you. I think when you were having a conversation in the Man-Made podcast, when you have something worth protecting that has value, then there's a very good chance that someone else sees the value of what you have.
Yes.
And might be doing whatever it is, shenanigans behind the scenes to try and take it away from you.
Yes.
So should we be living in the constant fear of, not the constant fear, but the constant mindfulness of this which I have, I need to protect?
Let me take you to the Bible. In the book of Genesis, the story of Tamar. Do you remember the story of Tamar and Jacob?
Yeah.
When I think it was Tamar's husband that died. The first one, the second one, isn't it? And then Tamar dressed like a prostitute. She dressed like a harlot. And she went to the streets where harlots are.
This is Genesis 39.
Yes, she went to the streets.
Yeah.
And when she went to the streets, Jacob... Judah. Sorry. Judah being Judah and being a man, he went to the street to pick a harlot. And when Judah got to the streets, got a harlot, and Tamar made sure that Judah would leave him his stick would leave him his stick.
Mm.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And they slept together. And the lady became pregnant. And just like the society of that time, where women were looked down upon, where women were vilified, where women were condemned for being women,
Yeah.
the lady was supposed to be killed. And she was brought to before Judah. And they wanted to kill her because she was an adult. They were saying she was an adulterous woman. Sometimes I ask, where were the men that time? You see, it was an unfair world, and
Yeah,
that is part of the reasons why women empowerment came into rising, because during those times women were really, really stepped down upon or looked down upon just by virtue of being a woman. When she was brought there and she was facing the executioner or a case,
Yeah.
what did she say? The guy who is responsible.
She had his stick and something else.
And something else, yes.
It was the cloak or
Cloak, it was the cloak.
The belt, I don't know what.
She had the stick and the cloak.
Yeah, something else.
And she said, the man who is responsible for my pregnancy is the owner of this stick and the owner of this cloak. She played that game. You look at it everywhere, Steve. And look at it, it is everywhere. We just don't want to believe that we are in a maze and we are playing a game called life. And once you know that that is what is happening, you adjust yourself. The parable of the shrewd servant who acted shrewdly. And Christ talked about his shrewdness.
Okay.
Yeah? He was losing his job. He decided that I'm not going to have anywhere else to go when I am fired. So what did he go? Went to someone, wewe uko na deni ya 1,000, write 500. Wewe uko na deni ya 10,000, write 5,000. Eh? Wewe uko na hii deni, write this. So that in the event he gets fired, he will have a soft landing. Isn't that not playing a sucker? Isn't that not playing that sucker?
It is.
It is. So we just don't want to say that it exists, but it is there. So why we are doing this book is to make you aware that it is there. We're not telling you to go use it. You don't have to, but you will be aware when it is used against you.
Sawa.
So tutaenda hapo kwa application ya social
dynamics. All right, let me read. Law 21 is about emotional intelligence disguised as detachment. You appear simple, calm, unbothered, but you are actually observing, understanding, and subtly guiding the dynamic. You win not by reacting, but by letting others reveal their cards while you keep yours close.
You see, you appear simple, calm, unbothered, but you're actually observing.
Yeah.
When you're teaching other people on the Man-Made podcast and you're telling them the things that they need to clothe themselves with, the virtues that they need to clothe themselves with, these are things that they don't have naturally. It is not naturally innate in them. You're not naturally humble. You're not naturally disciplined. That's why we have to teach discipline. You're not naturally consistent or persistent in what you do. So what the law states is that be observant. If you don't open your eyes, you will lose your head. Be observant.
Yeah.
When you enter a room, like you guys, the misunderstanding by psychologists in Akonga that you can read people's minds.
Yeah, we don't. We read behavior.
You read people's behavior. But then a psychologist is called to be someone who's very observant.
That's true.
Isn't it? Same law. That when you go somewhere, observe people. By observing, there are certain cues. Eva Pompaures talks about it. There is a baseline behavior of everyone. Everyone has a baseline behavior. When you meet them and you're like, hi, you will see their warmth. You will see them opening up. You will see them coming close to you. So there is a baseline behavior that human beings have.
Yeah.
When you bring an uncomfortable topic topic, how will you know that you're boring the next person? Isn't it by observation?
Yeah, you will.
You will see I am literally
Once,
boring them.
if someone is losing disinterest, it will be clear. In their
It will
body
be
language.
clear. Like when you establish the baseline of how warm they were when they invited you, how warm they greeted you, when you ask them what is your name and you introduce yourself, how they introduce themselves, then you notice as you're pulling the conversation that this person is watching away, looking at their watch. That's just, you don't need a book on psychology to know that is disinterest. But
Yeah.
do you know, have you ever sat even before preachers, public speakers who are boring people to death,
Yeah.
and they go on and on and on and on, and they don't notice? Imagine if you are the one who is teaching people,
Yeah.
you observe how they are reacting to your message. You observe the cues. You will see a nod here. You'll see a smile there. Then you know we are together. But don't we have people who are very ignorant of those things?
We have.
They all go on and on and on endless rants. You lost me at hello. I stopped listening when you said hello. So that's what he's saying. And again, he comes and says, you win not by reacting,
Yeah.
but by letting others reveal their cards while you keep yours close. I watched Diary of a CEO, and I love this. And this is where I got the signal to noise ratio.
Yeah.
Kevin O'Leary. He was saying that they were in a certain pitch. They wanted to buy a company. And they didn't know how to value the company. They didn't know how much to pay for the company because the company was going down, but the price, they were not very sure. So Kevin says that they called for a meeting with the other guys, and he was calling it, they were at war. They were going to war. They were going to size each other up. So as the guys were seated there, what Kevin said he did was just shut up. Just shut up. And that guy went on and on, selling and selling. And he said this in that episode, if you ever see it, because you will also watch Diary of the CEO. He said that guy somehow said the value. Said the value of the company. In his endless talking.
Yeah.
In his endless talking, he said the value of the company. And Kevin says immediately that is what they offered.
He knew what to offer.
They would have offered more if he had shut up. They would have offered more. So if you are saying, and there's people who say this book is not for a Christian, but you will lose that deal. You're a Christian and a businessman. If you're a businessman, you're a Christian career person. Don't go there blind. Don't go there blind. Read the room. That's what he's saying. So, not by reacting, but by letting others reveal their cards while you keep yours close.
It's like poker.
It's poker. It's poker. That's life. You are sitting with people. Whenever you go to an event, why do you think people are dressing up for the event? They size each other. They size each other. And ladies like to do this. It is sizing each other. Family gatherings is a place to go and measure the successfulness of a family member. You size each other. You gauge how much respect you would give to each other. That's just life. And everywhere you go, Christian or non-Christian, we all observe each other the same way. Be aware.
Sawa. I am learning, man. I am learning. The law isn't about being deceptive. It's about strategic restraint. You don't show all your intelligence, emotions, or intentions too soon. You let the other person reveal themselves first, their patterns, weaknesses, and desires, while you stay calm and seemingly less invested. It's power through underestimation. When people think they have you figured out or above you, they relax. And that's when you gain insight and control.
Isn't that true? When you don't show all your intelligence, emotions, or intentions too soon. I've been called to places to talk to people,
Yeah.
and when I go to these places, the first thing I do is I measure my audience.
Yeah.
You measure your audience. You can't come, I grew up in Githurai, you can't come to do a talk in Githurai and you're giving Lavington vibes. We'll not listen to you. As a matter of fact, you will lose us.
Watasema huwa
We can't relate.
I can't relate to that.
And how many people make that mistake? How many people have only one script that they use everywhere? I have gone to places, I've had to speak in Kiswahili.
Isn't that what politicians do when they go to mashinani?
Exactly.
They try to get off the high horse, especially when they're trying to campaign.
Exactly.
To campaign mode inaletanga a lot of shenanigans.
Exactly.
So they will seem as though they are at par with the common mwananchi, so that the mwananchi can feel, I relate with this person.
Exactly.
And so I can vote for them. While they know very clearly that they're putting on a show so that they seem dumber
Yes.
than they actually are.
Yes. I am
Because they're
telling
playing the
you,
long game. They want your vote.
people will feel you if they relate to you. You have to make sure that you are relatable. You want to win people's hearts? Be relatable. Don't say out of this world things. You know, like I saw sometimes, you see the PLO English.
Yeah.
The people who think that those jargons make them look wiser. I read things, I make a decision on whether I'm going to continue with a book because I'm a reader. I'm an avid reader. I love books.
Yeah.
But I make the decision on the preface. There are some books, I don't understand your preface. You're supposed to just tell me in the preface to make me interested in the book. I don't understand you in the preface, I throw the book away. There are books here. Like, I know these guys would disagree with me, but I find Jordan Peterson very difficult to understand for me. No, I find him complicated. Because how he communicates. Communication is all about, you're not a good communicator because you're using hard words. This is the mistake people make. You're not a good communicator because you're using hard words. A good communicator takes the hard stuff, chews them like the way a bird would do to its chicks, and swallow them kidogo, and then pour it on their mouths. People don't want to work hard to think about what you are saying. You're not relatable. If
Majority of people.
majority of people, but they have the numbers. You are looking for numbers. You see, when I'm talking to the public, I'm usually told, have the most the eldest person and the most illiterate in mind. The rest will find you. You have no business trying to communicate to intellectuals. They will find you. They can understand you however you speak.
That's true.
The easiest people to speak are intellectuals. And I'm telling you, the intellectuals appreciate you even more when you are simple and clear to understand. That's why I love Jacob Aliet's Unplugged. It's a book that has been simply written.
Okay.
It's simple. It's kawaida English. Yeah, anyone can read it. When I'm writing the corporate power plays, I tried to make sure that I don't use those jargons. Take my book when you are in primary school and read it and you'll understand it. So, you do not show your intelligence, or emotions or intention. What you do when you come here and you start showing your superior intelligence, people cut you off. That's why I'm saying, I stopped listening at hello. And then he continues and says, you let the other person reveal themselves first.
Yeah.
Let's take it to a dating scenario. Because our guys also like when we relate it to relationship.
Okay.
You've met this girl. You like her, Steve. Attraction is here. Before you said a word, attraction was at 10. the reason why both of you agreed to go on a date, imagine attraction was up high until you say before you said nothing. Do you want to talk yourself out of the attraction? Don't people talk themselves out of attraction?
Yeah.
Don't people work so hard to convince the other person why they should leave them? Because from there, this person has just seen you, has just seen your humanness, and said, "I like." It is your small job to make sure. It is your small job, Steve, to make sure that attraction just stays there. So you go on a date. This is the first day of date.
Yeah.
And in the first day of you dating, you have told her everything about your family, everything about yourself, your likes, your dislikes, the way your neighbor is a lousy neighbor. You've told her everything. You have, as the more you continue talking, the lower the attraction. The attraction goes down. Because when, and I tell people fall in love in their head before their heart. People fall in love in their
With
head.
the idea of who someone
With the
is.
idea of who you are. And you see, what women and even men, what people fall in love, and this is mostly women, what women fall in love with is the idea. They create that man in their head, the ideal man, and they project them to you.
Now it is you
It is not you.
It is your job to
It is your job to be that man.
to meet the standard of the projection that
Yes.
has been made.
So people talk themselves out of dates. People talk themselves out of relationships. Especially, they go on and on in a relentless rant. They
But
think that
one would say that is required at the start, like when you're trying to woo, maybe strategic about how you reveal information,
No.
But uko mbele they will ultimately know just about everything.
you
about
see now,
Yeah.
there is a book I would highly recommend. And I've talked about this book in this podcast so many times. There's a book by Jer called The Wall Speaks. He explains the idea of love like the way, like he's explaining to a baby. The book, the cover of the book, if you're looking for it, it's on Amazon. It's not paid me. I just love the book, and I wish we created a reading culture, because people say if you want to hide anything from an African, hide it in a book. It's a very good book. The cover of that book is a wall. The book is called The Wall Speaks. The cover is a wall. And the picture is of a lady leaning on that wall. And then I think the man is kule nyuma.
Yeah.
So he says, women don't fall in love with you, Steve. They fall in love with your wall. Now, what your wall is their idea, is their own idea of who you are. They create that idea because ladies are emotional. They are analytic, and God has created survival instincts is number one in their making.
Yeah.
Some of them, and many of them, don't even know that they're behaving in a survival way. There is no one who is conscious that he's seated there and saying, I'm a lady and I'm surviving. No.
Yeah.
So first they create the idea of you. I love this question to ladies. I always ask them, if I meet a new lady and we are seated down and we're having stories, this is a question I like to ask them. What's your ideal man? What is your ideal man? And they will describe to you a simp. that is I have done the analysis for the few I have spoken with. That's what they describe. I want a man who opens doors. I want a man who opens up. I want a man who shows me, who is there for me. I want a man who will feel my emotions, who will connect emotionally. Be that man and see how quickly she loses attraction for you. So now the wall is that mystery. What people fall in love is their own idea of who you are. That's mystery. So what you do as a man to maintain that attraction, to maintain that, is not to hide. Not saying now you hide, you become this ghost that people will never discover.
You become Batman.
No. You slowly
Yeah.
open up, slow by slow. First date, go just be very casual about each other. Just normal things. How are you? Where did you grow up? Such kind of things. Not going into further details. As you continue on endless dates, it's like you're peeling an onion. It's like you're peeling it. Pole pole.
Yeah.
It builds attraction. Because every time they interact with you, they discover something new about you. It keeps them engaged. That's what Jer says. Jer says, Steve, people don't fall in love with you. They fall in love with their own creation of you. Their own idea of who you are. Now it is you to convince them that you are not that guy. And that's why you see, I no longer love them. I fell out of love with them. It's the idea.
Hey, okay, viewers, can you tell us what you think about this law and what it is revealing? Yeah, just let us know in the comments. Don't know, a few people have engaged with us.
Yes.
I've seen a comment from Uganda by Arnold Still. Much love from Uganda. Arnold Still, karibu sana. We have Anontin Pale commenting on the art. Yeah, we have a few people. So quite a number of people are liking the content. But we'd like to hear what you guys have to say about this particular law.
Yes.
And its application. So just keep engaging us in the comments. Yeah. Karibuni sana once again.
So we can, there is this other party says, let the other person reveal themselves first, their patterns, their weaknesses, and their desires. Now, when you go with someone on a date, Steve, as the man, it is very important if you let the lady reveal a lot about herself. Because you as a man, you have this God-given job of leading. Now, a leader who is blind will lead people to a hole. Christ said that a blind person cannot lead another one. They will all fall into a ditch. It is expedient for the leader to be more knowledgeable than the people they are leading.
Yeah.
That is where leadership is. So who should be the more expressive one in the relationship? The woman.
The woman.
Yes. Because you, as you're listening to her, you're gaining insight of, and Robert Greene says, you're gaining insight of their patterns. Now you know. This is her likes. This is what she likes, isn't it?
Yeah.
So when I want to touch the heart, I touch this like. You know where to lead. You will know her weaknesses, which is important. You will know her low moments. You will know those things. You will know their desires while you stay calm and seem less invested. It's power through underestimation. It's not manipulation. It's tactical learning about human behavior. It's just like that. It's helped me a lot. I can confess. It's helped me a lot in business. It's helped me to understand, to negotiate. My boss says I'm a very good negotiator. He says that. He says this guy is a seriously good negotiator. But when we are making stories here, I talk too much. When I go in the negotiation table, I am listening, I'm observing. I want to know, how do I approach you? What kind of a person are you? I want to take coffee with you. I want to have coffee. I want to know what kind of a person you are. What is your likes?
So do you do a background research on the people that you negotiate with?
I don't do much of background research. Background research would help me know about the things you've done. I mostly want to know you in person. I think in person is a little... Background is good for information and to pull a conversation. But in person, one of the magical questions you can ever ask a person is, tell me about yourself. Well, how was life growing up? You remember we pulled a conversation with Dr. Mwangi here and I was asking him questions. I asked him one question that was very important. I have seen you in board meetings under pressure. How is it that you never cave in? I've never seen you angry.
Yeah.
I've never seen you react emotionally.
Yeah.
How is it that you maintain your calm even during tough times?
Okay.
Do you know that's a whole book? And then you ask that question and you sit back and listen. And now you listen actively. You listen to everything they say. You listen not to speak. You listen to now learn. Those guys will tell you everything about themselves. Somebody may tell you, Steve, that I went through a tough time in my life. Hiyo ndio ilifanya nikakuwa patient. I have seen some ugly stuff. Now you start knowing. You see, they're revealing now things about themselves that you can use to your advantage. And I'm saying you can use them in a good way. Like, for example, if somebody says, I was impressed when I got this gift. It was a very impressive gift.
Yeah.
You can replicate that. You almost are certain about their reaction when you give them that gift. Rather than you going to think about, you get someone. There was a time when we were doing events in KICC. We almost got arrested. Did you know that our late president, Mwai Kibaki, was allergic to roses?
Oh.
He was allergic to roses.
This was a government
Yes.
event?
It was a government event at KICC. And my boss was given that job.
Yeah.
Went there and we did the deco. And since we put flowers, you see high table inakuwaga na flowers. We brought roses. My friend.
Where is she now?
We were almost arrested. It was a serious issue that almost got her not paid. Because we were told if the president had sat down and sneezed, you would be in jail.
Because of your flowers.
Because of your flowers. So he doesn't like those flowers. That's very important information. So imagine one day you want to pitch a deal with someone like that and you bring them a bouquet of flowers. Or you have a lady who is allergic to those flowers.
Yeah.
And on your first date, when attraction was at 10 out of 10, you come with a bouquet of flowers. How low do you think you will knock it down?
You knock it down significantly.
Significantly.
Yeah.
Significantly. So yeah, that's the issue.
So this is reading people while not revealing as much information. So that for those who have joined, there's someone who's asked what the topic is. This is law number 21 of the 48 laws of power. Play a sucker to catch a sucker.
Yeah, seem dumber than your mark.
Yeah.
And we are talking about understanding people, just getting to understand people before as you interact with them so that you know how to approach them. People's skills is the greatest skills that would get you everywhere.
Yeah.
People's skills will get you where papers will never. People's skills will get you to places where your books, your PhDs cannot get you. It will open doors that other things cannot open. Just being a likable person.
Yeah.
And do you know how people like you? When we sit down, Steve, and I talk too much. I talk a lot and you're just there listening. Do you know I'm having fun? Because people love to talk. And they love to talk about themselves. So you might as well give people an opportunity to talk about themselves.
I think for me as a therapist, the best sessions, or rather, when I know I am doing well in a session is when I don't have to talk much.
Exactly.
It's when I only guide the discussion and conversation.
Exactly.
And the other person reveals information.
Yes.
And then you're able to at least have a constructive session to meet the agenda for that session. So that when I feel as though, as a therapist, I am doing well.
So you're having fun, and I'm having fun as well.
Yeah.
I'm having fun as well because everyone likes to talk about themselves, especially people in authority. Oh, leaders love themselves. Leaders. The easiest people to sit and win are those guys.
Yeah.
I always thought that those people who have made great achievements are very complicated, sophisticated people. You try to go there and with your vocabulary of technicalities,
Yeah.
they will lose interest in you very quickly, faster than you can say your name. Go to them and make them the subject. Let them talk about themselves. How did you get here? You know, that question can bring a conversation. We were with you somewhere yesterday, and the conversation, you could see, how did you get there? Somebody will give you their whole story of how they grew up,
Yeah.
where they have worked, what they're interested because you have asked them to give you their whole life
Yeah.
in a nutshell before you ask them a question. I used to do that with requisitions. I have given you that story. So yes, people like to talk about themselves. People are in love with themselves. If anyone is telling you they are selfless, the only selfless person we had was Jesus Christ. If anyone tells you that I don't love myself, even in that statement, it's a lie from the pit of hell. Nobody hates themselves. Even those people who say, I hate myself, they don't. People love themselves to death. That's why we're putting on good clothes. That's why we are very interested in people's opinions of how
That's
we
why
are dressed.
affirmation is very important.
That's why affirmation is important. Yeah? You tell a lady that she is looking nice, she glows the whole day. They glow the whole day.
So when people think they have you figured out or they are above you, they relax.
yes.
And that's when you gain insight and control. That's
Yes.
Also what we're picking out from the book.
There is a law there that kind of relates with this statement that says, make your superiors comfortable in their superiority. Never outshine your master. Always make your superiors.
Oh yeah, I remember that law.
Yes, it's law number 1.
Yeah.
Always make your superiors comfortable in their superiority.
Yeah.
That way, you will rise because they are the people who sometimes have the keys to you rising. If you intimidate them in a corporate setup or in a work setup, and you intimidate your superior, and you make them be uncomfortable about your achievement, that does not mean that you fail in your work. You can shine in your work, and this is how I do it. This is how I tell people, and I've written that in the corporate power place. If you are better than your boss, you know you could be better than them. If you're better than them,
Yeah.
and you have brighter ideas than your boss, this is how to not outshine them. Come up with those ideas, those bright ideas of yours. Come up with them, write them down, take them to him, and ask for his advice. You see, don't make it sophisticated. Take it to him. You know you are brighter than him. You know he's a dumb person. You know that. So it's not out of question whether or not he's dumb. Take your bright ideas to him. Ask him for your advice. He might portray his dumbness there. His dumbness might come out. Let him spew it out. Him or her. Let them spew out their dumb ideas. From a whole paragraph or a whole book of dumb ideas, pick out one
Good idea.
that correlates with your idea. Go implement. Give some credit to him. Actually, say, because you have been truthful. You have truthfully picked what he said to you. Drawing inspiration from what this guy said.
Where this correlates, there's so much correlation with psychophancy. I cannot get that word out of my mind. Every time I'm looking at this, what you're saying, like it's correlating.
But you see, do you want the opposite? Is this?
Yeah.
I'm not saying a psychophant is different. We can check the meaning of. So able to check out the meaning of a sycophant.
Yeah.
There is a sycophant and there is another person who's not. Now, the other, I have seen people do this.
Yeah.
You are a boss, and let's give you that you are the boss. Then you have a junior. Now fix yourself in that shoes. You are a leader of an organization. You have someone junior to you who is clearly brighter than you and have better ideas than you.
Yeah.
When you're going to pitch those ideas and they are taking the day, what will you do to them? You'll be happy?
No.
Do you remember the story of Saul and David?
Yeah.
Do you know why Saul wanted to kill David?
Because he was getting the adulation that he wanted.
Sycophant.
Sycophant.
You see,
Uh-huh.
sycophants is very different. Sycophants is, you remember, were you there? Were you sane during, not sane, could you understand things during the time of Moi and Kamotho?
No, I wasn't.
Kamotho was
I heard the stories after.
Kamotho was a sycophant. Ye kila kitu Moi alikuwa anasema ndio baba. Ndio baba. Everything Moi said, that's a sycophant.
Yeah. Who attempts to gain advantage by flatting and
you see, flatting,
yeah.
I believe flattering, I believe flattery is sinful. It is deceitful, it's not true. I don't believe in flattery. It is sinful and it's not true. If you don't look good, you don't look good, but I will not tell you. Now, a sycophant is a person who sees you. And I have seen this with the ladies I talk about. They tell me that ladies wanakuanga hivo. A woman could have an outfit that is so bad. So bad in the eyes of her friends. But they will be with her celebrating, go girl, you look gorgeous. Where is the body positivity movement coming from? Ladies don't tell each other the truth. I can guarantee you.
Yeah.
Ladies don't tell each other the truth.
Because the implications of telling the truth is you
see, that is what sycophancy is.
I see.
That's sycophancy. But I'm talking about a situation where you have someone you're brighter than. And I'm telling you to actually actively go and ask them for advice.
Yeah.
Ask them. They can give you a whole book of dumb ideas. But even a broken clock is correct twice a day. Pick that twice, that correctness, and defy it to them. You have spoken the truth. You really did that. You have saved that person. I used to ask advice a lot. Then from my boss, I always ask him, what do you think about this idea? I have done a proposal. What do you think about this proposal?
Yeah.
And they give their input. I can give them credit based on their input. Based on that input, that one good input that they gave me is enough for me to give him give credit.
Yeah.
And it will be truthful. It will not be sycophancy. Sycophancy would be taking the whole dumb ideas that they have given me and praising them as though they were bright and they were not.
Okay. I see now the difference. I see the difference. Even though there is some similarity.
Yes, they are similar, yeah.
Okay, so the judgment here is no one likes feeling stupider than the next person. That's what we read. The trick then is to make your victims feel smart, and not just smart, but smarter than you are. Once convinced of this, they will never suspect that you have ulterior motives. And now we want to apply this to relationship dynamics. Yeah. So you don't need to prove how smart, aware, or emotionally deep you are. You gain power by being underestimated. When others think they've got you figured out, they relax, reveal themselves, and you gain clarity and control.
Yeah.
In early relationships, most people perform. So this is on staying observant, not performative. In early relationships, most people perform, trying to impress, dominate, or gain validation. Instead, observe, stay grounded, ask questions, listen deeply. I think we've talked about this.
Yeah.
People expose their entire psychology if you give them space and silence. The less you chase, the more they reveal.
There's something I usually say, and I get a lot of wide eyes when I say this. We are all actors.
Yeah.
Steve, you are an actor. I am an actor. If today you are to behave and say exactly what is in your mind, exactly the time it comes, and behave exactly like you want to be, the world would hate you. The world would hate your guts.
Remember Kanye West?
Used to speak badly.
Hey, he's gone through phases. Let's not get into Kanye, but yeah.
You see, Steve, you don't say exactly what you feel or exactly what you think exactly when you think it. Why? Why don't you do that? Isn't that being honest? If I think you're dumb, if you think someone is dumb, do you tell them they're dumb? You are very dumb?
No, you don't.
Why? So you are an actor. Isn't it? We are all actors. People deny that. That's the truth. We all act. That's where we are told how to behave in public. We are told how to act in public. How to act correctly in public. Because you are in a, it's like you are in a circus. Why do we all act? Because our actions affect other people. Steve, your actions, your words have an impact on other people. You don't want them to have a negative impact.
Yeah.
You want your words, like the Bible tells us, let your words be seasoned with salt. What is seasoning with salt? Rembesha. Umekula mayai bila chumvi. You gonna taste?
No.
But scripture tells us, let your words be seasoned with salt. Sometimes you may have something negative to say to someone, but you don't want to land in a negative way. Because if you land the way you are supposed to land, you would offend the person.
Yeah.
Steve, we are all actors. That's the truth of this life. The problem is we don't want to look at life directly the way it is. We would like to not say that. And many people will disagree with me that we are actors. If today you said exactly what you think, exactly the way you felt, and behaved exactly the way things come to your mind, you would not be a friend of the world.
Yeah. You might actually be considered a madman.
You will be considered a madman.
Yeah. Control the flow of information. You don't have to disclose everything about your life, plans, or emotions up front. When you hold back selectively, you maintain an aura of intrigue and independence. Don't reveal what you truly feel or want until the right time. Emotionally disciplined men are mysterious, and mystery creates attraction and respect. You
Yes.
are not hiding truth, you are pacing revelation.
You are controlling what to reveal, when to reveal, and to whom. You're not being deceitful. You know, there is deceit.
Yeah.
Deceit is where I am going on a date with this lady and I behave like somebody completely different.
To who I am.
I am Clark Kent, Superman. I am Superman, but my real identity is Clark. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Clark, the boring accountant. Was he an accountant? Journalist. The boring journalist. I can go to a date like Superman. I have told you ladies fall in love with their own idea of who you are.
Yeah.
So they have made Superman out of you. And you go on that first date and you manage to convince her that you are not Superman. The lady was in love with Superman. You are not Superman. Why do you want another date? Why will the attraction not die? We kill our attraction. We are the ones who kill that attraction. We convince people to fall out of love with us.
It's about not revealing everything all at once.
Slow. Mystery. Pole pole. The world is not rushing. You are not in an interview. And even in an interview, you don't say everything. I look at interview papers and people say hobby is swimming. They don't talk more about swimming. They just say swimming. Swimming is very relative. Swimming can be in swimming pools, in a lake, in a river. You can backstroke. There's more information. So as I interact with you, if your hobby is swimming, I'll take you for swimming and I will see you like backstroke. that has you have revealed something more. You have amplified that. You have added more meat to the swimming. So now I know Steve is a backstroke swimmer. Sisi tulikuwa unajua in a river is not swimming in kuduf. Kwa river ni kuduf.
Which river?
Githurai kulikuwa na rivers. Kulikuwa na rivers. Githurai kulikuwa na rivers. There was even a Kihole dam ilikuwa na hippos. People
Wow.
One day people killed hippos and wakagawana nyama.
Okay.
Hippos are edible. I think I tested. I'm not sure, but I think so. Because if a whole hippo...
Somewhere in your lifetime.
Yeah, somewhere in my lifetime I might have tested a hippo.
Yeah.
Kulikuwa na hiyo kitu. So, you don't come and tell... Imagine you have gone on a date with someone and you're intrigued about their idea of swimming. Like they like swimming. You left that date knowing everything about what they like about swimming. Will you come again on another date to talk about swimming?
No.
Will you want to know more?
No.
It will be repetition.
Yeah.
That's how we kill attraction. We kill attraction by revealing too much. Attraction grows in mystery. People fall in love with an idea first before they fall in love with a gentleman. You gentleman who likes to do dark faces, you see human men doing dark faces and filters online thinking that is attractive. It's not. It is her idea of who you are that she falls in love with.
I think...
But there is a blueprint
Yeah.
of how to increase that attraction. That blueprint is stay mysterious. Don't be deceptive. Be mysterious. Jacob Elliott in his book Unplugged talks about how but this is a different one, so you can just continue. So it was just...
I was going to say, I think in psychology we like to say people need to be mindful. What we mean by that is being oriented to the now, the here and the now, what is happening in the present. So that will allow you to stay observant. If you're oriented to the now, you're able to read how other people are reacting to what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're able to also pick out those non-verbal cues that you need to pick out. You're able to listen more attentively if you're oriented to the now. But if your mind is wandering, someone says something, your mind jumps to, I don't know, you've already built a life with this individual from something they've said, and it's no longer oriented to the now. Now, you are not able to respond in the best way. You're not able to dictate the conversation in the best way. And what that leads to is what you've mentioned, being the other person feeling as though you're not a good listener and they lose interest. They feel as though you're not interested in them. And they also feel as though what you're saying is not relevant to what is happening in the now. So that's why being mindful of what is happening, and I think it's a practice that, our attention spans have been really messed up. I think a lot has been messed up by, especially with the digital revolution and social media. And we need shorter videos, we need shorter, we want things that are fast moving, so that our attention moves on to something else as quickly as possible. But the problem with that is it leads us to never being able to fully pay attention to what is happening in the present moment. Like, for example, I remember this is an organization I was just texting. Their WhatsApp. So whoever was managing the WhatsApp. So I sent a confirmation of maybe a payment I have made, and then I send a message, and then I send another message seeking other information. And then they respond to the final message, but they haven't seen I have made the confirmation. So they send another message asking, could you send a confirmation?
Oh, and you've already
And I've already
sent a confirmation.
So I just have to do that thing in WhatsApp where you swipe right and you're like, here is there. So they have to go back and be like, you weren't paying attention. Your mind was not there. Where was your mind? You see?
Let me give you another example. A movie has come out. A movie has come out. And you know it's ending. You know how it will end, exactly how it will end. Will you go watch it?
No.
What happens to your interest of the movie?
It goes down.
Exactly with dating. It's the exact same thing. You reveal too much about yourself, you kill the mystery. Mystery is attractive. Attractiveness is built in that mystery. There are people say what you see is what you get. I am what you no. We are all actors. Let nobody lie to you that
We are layered like onions.
Yes, we are onions, and be a bigger onion. Peel slowly. You see?
Yeah.
Build that attraction by peeling out aspects about you slowly. And one thing I like about this life is whatever people deny the hardest and the most is the truth. If you meet anyone who tells you that they are not interested in power,
Yeah.
be wary of such a guy. Red flag. Nobody wants less power. Everybody wants more. So if somebody and again, number 2, never trust people. Trust their ambition.
Yeah.
You meet a person who is not ambitious, is a deceitful person. I judge people based on their ambition.
Yeah.
Where do you want to be 5 years from now? Where do you want to be? If they want to be nowhere, they're dangerous. They will jump ship. They will be frustrated. They will... but if they know exactly where they want to be in 5 years, that is the ambition they are building. Trust people's ambition. There's a law, again, by Robert Greene, says that when you're going to make a deal with people, build on people's self-interest. People have interest. If I came to you, there was a story of the Cosirians, Athenians, and the Corinthians. I will confuse them, but the story is the most important. There is the Corinthians, the Cosirians, and the Athenians. Now, the Athenians had once helped the Cosirians fight. I think they had helped them in a fight. And so the Cosirians and the Athenians got into a conflict. The Corinthians were the neutral.
Okay.
So each of these kingdoms had a duty. Whoever convinces the Corinthians to join them won the battle.
Okay.
So the Cosirians went to the Corinthians with a whole rant about how they had helped them in their time of need. Unakumbuka, I helped you when you were in need. I was there for you. After all I have done for you. Do these words sound familiar?
Uh-huh.
After all I have done for you. Do they sound familiar?
They sound very familiar.
Very familiar.
Yeah.
The Athenians, on the other hand, approached the Corinthians and they told him, Skiza Jama, we don't like you guys. We don't like you, and you know you don't like us. I want us to team up and fight the Athenians. No, fight the Cosirians. Whatever we are going to give you, 20% of everything we are going to get from them. As a Christian, who do you think the Corinthians sided with?
They sided, or the Athenians, who did they side with?
Yes.
They sided with the Corinthians.
They sided with the Corinthians. Why? People join forces based on interests. Even love.
They leveraged something.
It is leveraging. It is interest. Let no one tell you, Steve, I love you for who you are. Nobody loves you for who you are, Steve. That's a lie. People love you based on your value and based on how much of their interest you can satisfy. Be it companionship, be it just general good feeling. Dopamine. Dopamine. You might be, your presence might release more dopamine than another man. So they are in love with the dopamine.
Yeah.
The amount of dopamine you make them release. So if you know that,
Yeah.
why does the Bible tell us that let your interest be like Christ? Christ was selfless. Why are we encouraged to be selfless?
Yeah.
Because we are selfish. So it's like when you see, I tell people, which is a terrible idea, when a man plays father roles to a girlfriend. Terrible idea. Stop it if you're doing. You're taking your girlfriend to school. You're becoming her father. Why will you get offended when she views you as a father? If you are playing daddy roles to a girlfriend, do you know there are people who take their girlfriends to school? There was a meme of a man who opened a business for a lady.
Yeah.
Akamchota mzuri, kiokoto kizuri. If you play daddy roles to a girlfriend,
Yeah.
you better do it to a wife. But a girlfriend, she's under no obligation to reciprocate. Alafu unamtuma campus, JKUAT. Unamtuma JKUAT Juja Boys. Akafanya engineering as she remains your girlfriend. I don't know what convinces a human being to do such a thing. You are increasing her value in the eyes of other men, and she's gonna get that attention from those men, and she's gonna see that, hey, my value is up, so automatically your value will be down. That guy ako chini amenilipia. She will tell you this, and the men get hurt the most. I have seen confessions. I've been sent messages that hurt me. I'm not the one who's gone through, but I get hurt. Where someone says, I have done so much for this lady, but she told me, I never forced you. Steve, the day you will hear those words, I never forced you to do this, they sting. Nakwambia ni kama kisu inaekelewa hapa nyuma inazungushwa. They'll tell you, I never forced you.
Ukulazimishwa.
Yes, you did it out of the kindness of... I thought you were a kind person. You were trying to buy love and desire. Were you not trying to buy it?
Yeah.
Were you not trying to buy it? If you are doing that to a girlfriend, yeah? If you have decided to take a girlfriend to school, take it out of the kindness of your heart, the way you would do to anybody. Do not do that with expectations that they will reciprocate.
Yeah.
Because that is equivalent to trying to buy love. Genuine, burning desire can never be negotiated. Can never be bought. If you are a rich person and you think you can use your money to buy desire, you only attract users of that money. And there are many. They will use. This gender knows how to use. So you think that this person likes you or loves you, but you have shown them that you are a giver and they are a receiver. They will receive as much as you give. That's the issue, Steve.
Okay.
It hurts, lakini ndio ukweli. Inaumanga.
Underplay your awareness. When you notice patterns, testing, manipulation, or emotional games, don't confront immediately. Let them think you don't see it. People drop their guard when they believe they're undetected. Then you decide whether to address it. Detach or mirror back with calm authority.
Yes. When you notice patterns, testing, manipulation, I told you, in a relationship, women test men. It is subconscious. I've made that conclusion from the books I've read, from the things I've observed with how ladies behave. The test is subconscious. I told Tracy the last time that one of the greatest tests I see in ladies is a compliance test. Compliance test. They test your compliance. They test your frame. A lady can come and tell you, I had a best friend, we used to live together, and the girlfriend hated me. And the girlfriend told my friend, I don't like your roommate. I don't like him. That's compliance test. Now, here is the two responses. A weak man would listen to the lady saying, I don't like your roommate. You know, when somebody tells me I don't like somebody, I ask the question, why? If that person is really a bad person, then good, I would sever ties with them. But there is this phrase that some ladies say, I just don't like him. This is what a weak man will do.
Yeah.
A weak man will cut all contact, will cut them off quickly to please
the lady.
A man, when that happens, when my friend Steve was told that, we didn't stop being roommates. He told the girlfriend, my friend, You don't know where we have come from with this. You found us as brothers. We were literally brothers. You found us. You just came. I remember telling this guy, she can go. And she went. So this is a tactic I have seen, the divide and rule. There are people, and this can be both men and male and men and women. They remove you from your circle. They remove you from your circle with no reason. They make you distrust the very anchor that was holding your life. And then they leave you with no one, and then they hurt you. Why will you not be depressed?
Yeah.
We can do one more.
Okay. So that is underplaying your awareness. It's almost as though you're seeming how kuna kitu unaona.
Yes.
You're blind. I can't see.
Yes.
Kumbe, you're paying attention.
Yes.
You're observing what is going on.
And that's where you also see the red flags.
Yeah.
You need to check for red flags. You need to check for human behavior. You need to check for how people behave. Those things are very important. Don't ignore them. That's why the concept of I am in love as a man sometimes is a bit foreign to me. I think men should be more rational than emotional, even in their show of love.
Yeah.
Because I believe biblically love gives. Love, as used in the Bible, is used as a verb rather than a noun. Is a noun. It's used as a feeling is a noun, isn't it?
No, yeah.
But an action. So love is used biblically
As
more
an action,
of
yeah.
an
As a
action
doing thing.
as a doing.
Yeah.
Greater love has no one than this, that he laid down his life for his friends. For God so loved the world that he gave. There is no mention of love biblically without an action. So for men, I think men should love like that. It should not be a feeling. It should be a duty and a responsibility. You teach yourself,
100%
Steve,
agree, yeah.
You teach yourself to love people, Steve. You teach yourself to have that responsibility and commitment to your family and all these things.
Yeah.
So the idea of a man saying, I am in love with this woman, for me is, just say it, I don't have an issue, but for me is a very foreign concept. Yeah.
Show your love. Don't
Show it.
say it.
It's not a must.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't compete for dominance. Sometimes you gain more by not correcting, not competing, not proving.
Yeah.
Some people test you emotionally through teasing, withdrawing, or dramatics. Instead of matching energy or reacting emotionally, stay composed. Let them think they've won the small moment. You win the long game by never losing frame.
Your frame. I said frame is the most important thing for a man or the making of a man. Frame is the most important thing. What is frame? Frame is your mental and emotional foundation. It is the foundation. The mental foundation and the emotional foundation.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gain more by not correcting, not competing, not proving.
Yeah.
I told you social media has made people want to prove things. People are very rich online, but in reality, some of them are not. You want to prove. You have a lot to prove. Why should I prove riches? I told you, we said that in the Man-Made podcast. If you have money, everybody wants it. Your family wants it. Your friends want it. Even the church wants it. The government wants it. The taxman wants that money.
Yeah.
How can you make money genuinely and then you flash it and everybody is coming for it?
They'll come for it. Yeah.
They'll come for it. That's why those people who actually make money don't really show it. Everybody wants it. So you have nothing to prove. And it doesn't make you, it will not make people like you.
Yeah.
If you are a fool broke and you get money, you become a rich fool. The fool becomes the constant. It remains constant. You must endeavor to be wise. If you're wise broke and you get money, you become wise rich, which is something that I would advocate for someone to have. And by the way, no situation in this life is permanent. There is no one who spends the whole of their lives broke unless they have decided to do that.
Yeah.
There are times you will lack, there are times you will gain. You must endeavor to make sure that the time you lack is when you are young. The older you get, the more you have.
Yeah.
You live a comfortable life. He says some people test you emotionally. Ladies can test you emotionally. Nipige kama wewe ni mwanaume. You're not a man. Do you know what? That is one of the lowest things you can tell a man. You are not a man. You have touched on his frame, his emotional and and mental foundation. You have challenged him to prove to you that you are not a man. What will some men do? They'll get violent.
Yeah.
They'll react violently. I have practiced the art of walking away. Walk away. It is very degrading for a man to get into an argument with a woman. Whoever they are. Be it your mother, your girlfriend, your wife. It's very degrading for a man to get into an argument with a woman. The best way to respond to a woman when an argument ensues, walk away. Walk away. You walk away with your frame intact because you cannot, there is a saying that says, you cannot beat a pig in a war in the mud. It is in their natural habitat. Itakuchafua vizuri. It does not, the concept of being dirty is very foreign to a pig.
Yeah.
You see, why do you want to enter murky waters to enter into an emotional exchange with a lady? She will defeat you. When you see an argument coming and it is a female gender, walk away. Go take a breath. Go hit the air. Go run. For me, I go to the gym and lift, do some bench presses. By the time you're coming back, you don't have the strength to respond. For a man, you can engage because men and women operate from different parameters, if I may put it like that. Women are on an emotional wavelength every day, 24 hours a day, 364. They're on an emotion. It is, for ladies, it is emotion first. Logic maybe, but emotion first. Men, supposed to be logic first, emotions accompany. But what do we see in the kind of men we have nowadays? Emotion first.
Yeah.
That's why we have homicides. That's why we have people who are raping kids. That's why we have people who are killing...
Acting on impulse.
Acting on impulse.
Yeah.
That's why we have high school shooters. That's why we have those guys. It's because of emotions. It should be logic first. So you, a person who is working on logic first, emotion accompany, how would you win an argument with someone who is working with emotion first, logic maybe? You see?
Yeah.
So you will be tested. Be aware of these tests. I used to get angry over very useless things. I have beat myself up enough. I used to get angry over very useless things. And nowadays, I walk as though I'm walking on eggshells, but very conscious to not lose the frame. The thing I repent the most in my life is losing frame. Sometimes I fail, sometimes I lose it, but if I lose frame, I repent more than losing anything else. Yeah.
And that ties in with the last and final application point we're going to be looking at, which is be emotionally ambiguous. That is, don't wear your emotions on your sleeve. If they can read you easily, they can control you easily.
Yeah.
Ambiguity keeps people invested and guessing. It slows down the rhythm and puts you in control of pacing and tone.
Yeah.
Puts you in control. And I think that's more about emotional control rather than anything else.
Exactly.
Because if you don't display it, it means you have control, you have tempered.
Yeah.
You know, you've been able to, you're seeing you're getting angry, you're getting frustrated, but you know how to react. So you don't react to the emotion. You react You don't wear the emotion on your sleeve so that someone sees now wamekasirika. This one has already, I've gotten to them.
Yeah.
I can see they're angry, I can see they're afraid.
Yeah.
I can see that this is the emotion they're displaying. Yeah.
I consider it a privilege. The last thing I would say, I consider it a privilege if someone angers me. I say I've given you too much power. You know, I'm talking about the laws of power. So I want to have, nobody wants less power. I want more power.
Yeah.
So why would I am donating power to you by you allowing you to make me angry? So I am very much cautious about who makes me angry and what makes me angry.
Yeah.
So when I'm about to lose it, I ask myself, is this person worth that donation? How generous are you with your donation of power?
Yeah.
Because guys want to control you. That's why you see, even here when we are dealing with the young people, if a nickname, if I give you a nickname and you get offended, it sticks. It sticks. You remember teardrops? A young man we threw in the pool.
Yeah.
And he cried. He cried. He had a nickname, Teardrops. And the day that nickname was given, he was very offended. It stuck. So don't give people that control. Even if you feel it, go feel it elsewhere. Hide it. Because you have given them power over you. And nobody wants less power over you. People want more. So the more you donate, the more they will step on you. That's why we live in a world where the rich walk over the poor, and they will continue until the end of the age.
Sawa. That is Law 21. Play a sucker to catch a sucker. Seem dumber than your mark. Thank you all for having joined and sat with us through this entire stream, this entire live session. It's my first time on this live. That's how it is. Very interesting. Yeah, and we just encourage you to be learning and just giving us your feedback as well as to what you think about these laws and whether they apply in your life. Yes, I think that's pretty much it from me.
Peace.